This comparison is not really about who is greater. But on social media, fan community forums, to various video platforms, one question keeps appearing and becoming a non-stop discussion material. Why does Jungkook's appearance in FIFA feel so iconic that it's hard to forget, even after so many years have passed? The question came up when Lisa's name began to be in the spotlight in various discussions about FIFA and the global stage. Many fans see similarities in their career journey. Both are K-pop icons of the modern generation. Both have a huge international fan base. Both of them also managed to break through the boundaries of the Asian music industry and became a well-known figure almost all over the world. But when the public tried to compare the impact left behind, many felt that Jungkook's appearance had something different. Something that is difficult to explain with numbers, statistics, or the number of spectators alone. When FIFA World Cup 2022 takes place in Qatar, the world is in a very special moment. The tournament became one of the most watched sports events in history. Billions of pairs of eyes from various countries watched every second of the event. In the midst of the grandeur of the opening ceremony, Jungkook appeared with the song Dreamers and immediately stole the world's attention. What makes that moment feel so big is not only because he appeared as a K-pop idol. More than that, Jungkook appears as a symbol of change in the global entertainment industry. For the first time, many viewers realized that a Korean singer was able to stand in the center of attention in an event that has been dominated by Western culture. When the camera highlights the magnificent stadium and thousands of spectators' cheers, many people feel that they are witnessing something historic. Not just an ordinary music show, but a turning point that shows that the world's entertainment industry has changed. That is the reason why until today the appearance is still often talked about. Many fans said that Jungkook didn't just sing a song. He brought the representation of millions of K-pop fans who for many years hoped that Korean culture would get an equal place on the international stage. Now, when Lisa starts to be associated with FIFA and various other global events, the spotlight that appears becomes bigger. Many parties asked if Lisa was able to create a historic moment that was equally powerful. Some fans believe that Lisa has all the conditions to do so. His charisma on stage is beyond doubt. As one of the most influential Asian artists today, Lisa has proven that she is able to attract public attention from various cultural backgrounds. His appearance always brings a different energy. Precise dance moves, strong expression, and the ability to dominate the stage make his name one of the most talked about in the global entertainment industry. But there are also those who argue that the factor that makes Jungkook's appearance feel iconic is not only in the quality of his performance. What makes it special is the historical context behind that moment. Many popular culture observers explain that an appearance becomes legendary when it meets the right time. In Jungkook's case, FIFA World Cup 2022 becomes a very perfect stage. The world is witnessing a major transformation in the global entertainment industry. The popularity of K-pop is reaching its highest point, and Jungkook was present right when all the elements met. That is why many people find it difficult to repeat the same impact, even by very talented artists. On social media, the discussion about Jungkook and Lisa continues to grow. Some support Lisa and believe that the future still holds many great opportunities for her. There are also those who judge that every artist has their own path and does not need to be compared directly. Interestingly, most fans actually see the positive side of this debate. They consider that both Jungkook and Lisa have brought the name of the Korean entertainment industry to a higher level. If in the past Asian artists had to fight hard to get global attention, now they have become the center of the world's talk. This fact is what makes many people feel proud. The debate about who is more iconic in the end becomes proof that the influence of Korean artists is now on a very large scale. Meanwhile, the loyal fans continue to revive the memories of Jungkook's performance in FIFA. Video clips, stage photos, and audience reactions from various countries still often reappear and get millions of views. This phenomenon shows that a moment can really last a long time when it succeeds in touching public emotions. On the other hand, Lisa also continues to make achievements that make her name more considered in the international world. Every new step he takes always becomes headlines and attracts global media attention. This makes many people believe that Lisa's journey is far from over. Maybe this is the reason why the discussion about Jungkook and Lisa feels so interesting. Both of them not only represent individual success, but also symbolize a new era of global entertainment that is increasingly open to talents from various parts of the world. In the end, the question of why Jungkook's FIFA appearance feels more iconic may not have one definite answer. For some people, the answer lies in the quality of the vocals and the stage performance. For others, the answer is in the historical value attached to that moment. And for many fans, the main reason is simple. They feel a very strong emotion when witnessing the appearance. But one thing that is hard to deny, both Jungkook and Lisa have succeeded in creating an extraordinary impact on the journey of world popular culture. Their name is now not only known as a K-pop star, but also as a global figure who is able to attract the attention of billions of people. And as long as the world is still talking about who is the most influential, who is the most iconic, or who leaves the biggest mark, one fact remains unchanged. Both names have written their own history. A history that will continue to be remembered by fans, discussed by the media, and may be an inspiration for the next generation of artists who dream of standing on the world stage. The debate did not stop after the stadium lights went out and the cheers of the audience disappeared. Just after that big moment passed, the echo felt longer. Many entertainment observers are starting to try to understand why Jungkook's appearance in FIFA continues to be talked about even years after the event took place. Usually, the entertainment world moves very fast. A viral appearance today can be forgotten a few weeks later. But what happened to Jungkook felt different. His name continues to appear in various discussions about the most memorable music performances in international sports events. Many judge that one of the biggest factors is how Jungkook succeeds in building an emotional relationship with an audience that doesn't even know him before. In the stadium at that time, not everyone was a BTS fan. Not everyone follows the development of K-pop. Even most of them are present because of football. But when the music started to play and Jungkook's voice echoed throughout the arena, there was something that made the public's attention immediately focused on him. That moment proves that the strength of a performer is not always measured by how big his fan base is. Sometimes, the greatest power actually appears when someone is able to touch the hearts of people who have just seen it for the first time. Many comments that appeared after the event came from international audiences who admitted that they did not know Jungkook before. They admitted that they were curious, found out who he was, and finally began to follow his career journey. Meanwhile, Lisa's appearance in various global discussions began to raise new questions that were no less interesting. Is the world witnessing the beginning of the next stage of history? Many fans believe that Lisa has the potential to create an equally big moment. Some even argue that Lisa has her own advantages because her popularity now reaches various fields, ranging from music, fashion, to the international entertainment world. Lisa's name has become a symbol of global success that transcends national borders. Every appearance always attracts the attention of the international media. From award shows to World Fashion Week, his presence is almost always in the main spotlight. This is what makes many people wonder if one day Lisa will have a moment that is considered equivalent to what Jungkook has done in FIFA. But there is one interesting thing from this whole discussion. The more people compare them, the more it becomes visible that they actually have very different characters. Jungkook is known for the image of a strong, emotional performer and is able to connect music with the audience's feelings deeply. Meanwhile, Lisa is known as a figure who radiates extraordinary charisma, high confidence, and alluring stage skills from the first second. This difference is what makes their comparison so complicated. Many fans finally realize that measuring who is more iconic may not be the right way to see their journey, because icons are not always born from the same pattern. History often creates legends in different ways. Some become icons because of one big moment that changes everything. There are also those who become icons through a long journey filled with various extraordinary achievements. In the view of many observers, Jungkook and Lisa are in different categories but are equally important in the development of world popular culture. What cannot be denied is the fact that both of them have helped pave the way for a new generation of Asian artists. A few years ago, it may be difficult to imagine that a Korean artist would be the center of attention in a global event watched by billions of people. Now the situation has changed drastically. Names from South Korea are no longer considered as a regional phenomenon. They have become part of a global cultural conversation. Jungkook's success in FIFA and the amount of attention to Lisa became a real proof of the change. They don't just bring their personal names or groups. They carry a symbol of changing times, an era where the boundary between East and West in the entertainment world is getting blurred. Many fans admit that the reason they keep talking about Jungkook's FIFA moment is not solely because of his appearance. They feel like they are reminiscing about a time when the world saw a big change happening right in front of their eyes. A moment when a young singer from South Korea stands in the middle of the world's largest stage and shows that music knows no language or country boundaries. And maybe that's where the answer lies. A performance becomes iconic not only because of what happens on stage, but also because of what people feel afterwards. When a moment is able to create a collective memory for millions of people, that moment will continue to live in public memory. Now the world continues to move forward. The entertainment industry keeps changing. A new generation of artists keeps popping up. But Jungkook's name is still often mentioned when people talk about the most memorable performance in the history of modern FIFA. At the same time, Lisa's name continues to skyrocket and opens up opportunities to create her own history. Because in the end, the entertainment world always needs big stories. A story about a dream come true. A story about an artist who goes beyond the borders of his country. And the story about the moment that made millions of people stop for a moment, stare at the stage, then say, "I am witnessing something that will be remembered for a very long time." That's why this debate may never really end. As long as there are fans who remember Jungkook's performance, and as long as there is a public who is looking forward to Lisa's next big step, the discussion about these two big names will continue to live. Not as a mere competition, but as part of a big story about how Asian artists managed to change the face of world entertainment and write a history that is not easily forgotten.